bleeding sponge cakes. Donald Trump has posted an AI-generated image of himself as the Pope. The scrumptious audacity of our current president, this frazzling toad, has himself perched on the actual papal coronation chair, decked out in full papal regalia, with the white cassock, mitre and golden cross, waving his index finger about like he's blessing the masses. This image hit Truth Social at 10:29 p.m. on May 2nd and was immediately reposted by the official White House accounts, because apparently there's nothing more presidential than pretending you're the divine leader of the Catholic Church. The absolute wibble-fluff timing of this couldn't be more offensive. Pope Francis died on April 21st at age 88 from stroke complications, and Trump attended the funeral on April 26th wearing a bright blue suit instead of traditional black mourning attire. A proper slap in the face to Catholic tradition, innit? Meow, let's remember that Trump and Pope Francis had a tense relationship, with Francis once suggesting that anyone who builds walls is not Christian, a dinkleflop comment that Trump called disgraceful back when the Pope was alive. And on May 1st, this jumbo-sized yarn ball of ego told reporters, "I'd like to be Pope. That would be my #1 choice. I personally prefer a nice sunny windowsill myself, but this mouse-brained megalomaniac wants the papacy while Cardinal Kevin Farrell is actually serving as acting head of Vatican City. The reactions have been as divided as my feelings about water, my friends." Bishop Thomas Paprocki quoted scripture saying, "God is not mocked," and demanded an apology for this balderdash blasphemy. The New York State Catholic Conference spat out that there was nothing clever or funny about the image, while former Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi called it shameful. Even Cardinal Timothy Dolan, who's been friendlier to Trump than I am to catnip, called it not good. But then Senator Lindsey Graham, that absolute dangle pudding, tweeted that the Vatican should keep an open mind about Trump as Pope. Codswallop. If your whiskers are twitching with outrage like mine, do give us a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm proper curious what you sophisticated viewers think of this unholy mess. Behind this Trumpety Trump show is his $500 billion Project Stargate AI initiative, launched in January with OpenAI, Oracle and SoftBank. This blaggering investment aims to build 20 data centers across America, supposedly creating 100,000 tech jobs. But just like a mouse trapped between my paws, the real purpose seems far more sinister. It's furnishing the White House with sparkly new propaganda tools. Meow, we're seeing AI weaponized to blur the lines between political power and divine authority, with images so realistic they'd fool even my sharp feline eyes. And who's the snocker-waffling mastermind behind this? President Musk, I mean, Elon Musk, Trump's chief advisor, who's implementing the authoritarian Project 2025 like it's his personal scratching post. The gumptious contrast with Pope Francis's legacy couldn't be starker. Francis made historic appointments before his death. Sister Simona Brambilla became the first woman prefect of the Roman Curia, and Nun Raffaella Petrini was named president of the Vatican City Governorate. Progressive steps forward, while Trump takes a giant leap backward. The Papal Conclave begins May 7th, with approximately 100 cardinal electors gathering in the Sistine Chapel to select the new Pope, a sacred, centuries-old process that Trump has reduced to a meme. When challenged, this fur-fuzzled nincompoop claimed many Catholics loved it and that Melania found it cute. Meanwhile, the Vatican press office has maintained diplomatic silence, which tells you everything about how seriously they take this splendish nonsense. This Bampot display reveals Trump's dangerous narcissism faster than I can pounce on a laser dot. Not just offensive to Catholics, it's a fiddle-sticking example of how Russian-style disinformation tactics have infected our highest office. Trump's grandiosity knows no bounds. He's treating sacred religious symbols like toys, while approximately 100 cardinals prepare for one of Catholicism's most solemn events. As we watch this spectacle unfold, ask yourselves, in a world where AI can make anyone appear to be anything, what happens to truth? What happens to democracy when our leaders fancy themselves divine? That's a proper terrifying thought that would make my tail poof up faster than you can say authoritarian threat to democracy. And you thought I was just here for the fish treats. We'll be back soon with more. I'm Ron DiParmejan for News Cats. Thanks for tuning in. Meow, that's the news, and I'm not kidding around.